Bruh.
All right, y'all.
We back.
We're back. We're Black and White Reacts. I'm T, aka Scott. This is
Trish.
So we're back with a style of video we have not done yet, but we'll be reacting to unpopular opinions. So we'll see what it is. First unpopular opinion is close relationships with your exes are a healthy part of life.
I think it depends on how it ended.
Could be. I don't know. I'm gonna just say it's probably best that you don't, especially moving forward with a new person. Like I feel like the old person, whoever you're with currently, is not necessarily gonna like that. And also it's not a good look, especially because at the end of the day, your ex is your ex for a reason.
I agree with that.
Like sometimes they gotta go,
but sometimes
most of the time.
I was gonna say sometimes you're connected with children or something like that, so you kind of have to maintain something.
Yeah,
but it doesn't have to be close. You know what I mean? It can be friendly, maybe.
It's the close part.
Like, yeah, because what does that mean?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Because for everybody that could be different.
I don't know, but I feel like that gets a little sticky because then you got whole private text conversations going on. Like you just asking for the other person to become insecure about whatever's going on. So
yeah, I agree with that.
That's probably just not a good look. All right, second unpopular opinion. It's better for some couples not to have children.
Yes, I agree.
I agree, but I also feel like if one person in a couple wants children, I feel like, you might as well just call it quits, chuck up your deuces, and go on about your business. Because I feel like a lot of people get caught up that way too. Like one person in a relationship doesn't really want kids, the other one does. And then some kind of way a kid gets here by, we don't really want to see accident, but by an accident
on purpose. I mean, because people and both men and women use children to trap other people and things like that. And I don't think that's not the way to do it.
Yeah, for sure not.
So I do agree with that one.
Some people just don't need kids.
If you're not willing to be a parent and you just want to be the same person you were, you can't be the same person. It has to, you have to change. So
yeah, I feel like it's the toxic couples that probably don't need kids. Like, don't get me wrong, there's people out there who genuinely just don't want to be parents.
Yeah.
But you better be 1000% sure that you ended up with somebody that's probably really not wanting kids. Even if they have like an inkling, like I'm on the fence, I might want them, I might not want them, and you just don't want them at all, like you should just go ahead and let them go.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, they probably will swing back the other way at some point saying that they want kids. Y'all gonna be at family events and all that. They gonna see all the kids outside playing. And
I think so too.
Yeah. At some point, like that's just human nature to want a kid.
Yeah.
All right. So next unpopular opinion. Political correctness is killing free speech. Dun dun dun.
No. You can just choose not to be a butthead.
I feel like it is stopping a lot of conversations just because people are now scared to hurt other people's feelings. But also it's a bunch of goofy stuff going on right now too, which we're not going to get into, like politics and all of that. But I feel like if it's respectful, you should be able to have the conversation.
I think it's more cancel culture too, is what people are afraid of.
It is, but like at the end of the day, we're all adults and you should be able to have a civilized type conversation.
Yeah.
But I also think there's a lot going on with like the red pill guys and like the super uber feminist movement right now, to where as though they're also making people uncomfortable because there's like no middle ground with that. And that's just one of the topics.
Right.
That falls within that area.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I just feel like if you're going to have the conversations, just have it. Like, people going to feel how they feel regardless. As long as you're not running for president or anything like that. I don't really see what the big deal is.
Yeah.
All right, so topic number 4 for unpopular opinions. Getting married solves most of your life's problems.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to go with...
It does not. In fact, it can make some of them worse. It can be It can make some things better. It makes you more secure in a lot of things, but it also makes things way more complicated. And if you're not really ready,
Yeah, I can agree with that
yeah, I
for
mean,
sure.
we haven't really gone too much into our personal, but I'm on the end of I'm in a separation. So I think had we been better prepared, it would have turned out differently, but it does not solve your problems. It does not.
Yeah, that's not. It's probably going to enhance them,
Yeah.
if anything at all. Um, Marriage already isn't really easy to begin with, and
Yeah.
it takes work. And if you're a lazy individual, you probably shouldn't be getting married anyway. Because trust and believe, like you're gonna be trying to work through your issues. And when I say lazy, I mean like emotionally available type lazy, or I'm just not gonna put in effort today type. Like I don't know, but I feel like it's always a balance. And if you're not prepared for that balance and your relationship is already rocky, or you get married because you know you're pregnant or whatnot,
Right.
probably not a good look.
And wait a while. Don't just wait a while. Be young and, have fun. That doesn't mean you're not committed, but have fun, be young. Don't get married so early either because a lot of things change in that time period between the mid to late 20s into your 30s even. A lot of stuff changes personally, and when you have two people trying to navigate those changes at the same time, it's not always going to work out.
Yeah, I can agree. Um, Next unpopular opinion: money can buy happiness. That is an absolute no.
No.
No. Does money make things easier?
Yes.
Does money make things more accessible? Yes.
But it's not going to make you happy. You can buy the things that would make you happy, but it doesn't make you happy because if those things go and the money go, you still gonna be in the same place you were.
Yeah, like prime example, like I was just watching Charles and Alyssa just pop back up on YouTube for y'all who that know who they are on the Charles and Alyssa Forever channel.
Yeah.
Like they, Charles was going through some things like having, a lot of opportunity options out there, a lot of money, and he was still dealing with his internal issues. But you can go ahead on over to their channel and catch up with that.
Yeah, they're really funny if you haven't watched them.
It's just one of those things where as though like you're not gonna fill a void with money.
No.
It's just gonna bring you more things, and with more things, you're just
More
burying like whatever internally you have going on. And if you need to seek help, go get some help.
Yeah.
It's a lot of depressed people out there.
Everybody
right
go to therapy. We all need to go to therapy.
Well, right now, especially because everything is at our fingertips. Like everything is easily
Yeah.
accessible. Like our parents to generations and generations before them didn't have to really deal with because they didn't have everything at their fingertips. And right now, we have exposure to way too much too quickly. So
yeah, instant gratification.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Next unpopular opinion: we will all die and will soon be forgotten. I wouldn't necessarily.
No.
Not
soon. I mean, eventually, there will be. I don't know, like for example, one of my grandmothers she died in 99. There's a generation of my family now who never knew her, but we still are talking about teaching them things, but there will be a point in time where the person wasn't known, but the stories will still be known. So I kind of feel like you're not going to be completely forgotten.
Well, that and how you looking at this, because you could pick this apart a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
Like, so with like the era of social media, like there's gonna be videos around for forever now of people who are currently here and that won't be here in the future.
Yeah.
And also people that have already passed on. So at the end of the day, like your legacy is whatever you leave. And I believe a lot of that legacy is like within family, like they keep it going. Same thing with my grandmother. Me and my cousin still talking with my grandmother. She's been dead for like, I don't know, like 20 years now. Like, we still talk about her to this day and values that she taught the family. So it just really depends. But then you have people on a larger scale. Like at the end of the day, Michael Jackson's been dead for well over a decade now.
And I think you can absolutely say he'll never be forgotten. That music is going to live.
And it's still living on. People still sample his music every day.
Right.
So it just depends on what scale you're talking about. And then just for religious purposes, like at the end of the day, like a lot of these religions do believe that your soul goes somewhere after this physical life. So that's just it is what it is. I don't really think you'll be forgotten.
No.
All right, so number 7 on the list of unpopular opinions: marriage is more about business and less about love.
In this day and age, yes.
I still beg to differ on that one.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like the unsuccessful marriages, that's where you see that coming in, is what the issue is. So there's like some statistic, and I can't remember exactly what it is right now, so I don't want to quote it and like mess it up. But I believe that majority of this generation that's not being married, and we just gonna say the church, that's what we're gonna call it, outside of the church and in Hollywood, like everybody's marriages are doomed. Like it's like a 40% like success rate. And then for people that are getting married inside of the church, I'm not bringing religious in it, but like religion in it, but this is like a statistical fact. Like a lot of those, I think it's like 85% of marriages are still like they're still together. And that could be because a lot of those marriages are rooted in like they start with tradition or traditional type values. Whereas though a lot of people now are getting married out of the hookup culture. Not to say that some of those marriages don't last, because
some of them
do, but like statistically they tend to end. And this generation just looks at marriage like completely different, while the generation after us, the Gen Z or whatever, like that's what I call throwaway marriages. Like people get married with the intent of divorce.
Yeah.
Like if you get married and your intention is already divorce, so you're thinking like, if it doesn't work out already, like you probably shouldn't even be married.
Yeah, you shouldn't be going into it thinking
like
or expecting to have to dissolve it one day. No.
Like, could it be a thought logically in the back of your mind that it possibly could happen? Any relationship can end. So whether it has the marriage license involved in it or not, but I feel like the business ploy, like for the most part, that's for like rich people or like gold diggers trying to, find their way up the ladder.
I think that, but too, I think my first thought was more about the industry that is like weddings and the money and the way that people are turning it into.
Right, but a wedding is not a marriage. That's a part. That's
right.
That's like the part before the actual marriage.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the celebration for the marriage, so to speak. Yeah, so it's just true. Like at the end of the day, like, if you believe in marriage, like that's fine. If you don't, that's also fine in this day and age. Speaking of being politically correct, because you got to tiptoe around everything. But I'm gonna just let that one go. Yeah. But the consensus is more than likely, probably not. But who knows? Like the media is portraying it like marriages are more about business, like now, and that might not even be the case. The media they shoot out stuff that they want us to see. So yeah, there you go. All right. So unpopular opinion number 8: people who are nice just want something from you.
Sometimes
I feel like that's situational.
So. Yeah.
I mean, that's just, it is what it is. You do have to be aware of people trying to take advantage of you, but at the end of the day, that's why you got to focus on building actual friendships and relationships with people and try to figure them out. And I'm not saying you're going to figure them out overnight, but a lot of times people give you clues as to who they are and people choose to ignore them. So yeah, trust me, if that person is not genuinely nice, there's some little tidbits in there.
A lot of the time, it's the easiest way to tell is it's not how they deal with you. It's if you listen to them talk about other people that you may or may not mutually know. If what they say drops that thought in your head that they probably talk about me like this, or they talk about what they did for X, Y, and Z, like the way they're treating other people is the way that they're going to treat you at some point. Like it's just a fact. No one changes that. If you're a good person, you're a good person all around. And it's not going to be moments of showing evil or nasty or mean or catty. You're not going to do that if you were just a good person.
I don't know. But once again, I feel like there are people out there that are genuinely just manipulative.
Absolutely.
People. And those are people that you definitely want to stay away from. But at the beginning of any friendship or relationship, you should be paying attention or close enough attention to start like pulling out red flags, especially if it's too many of them. Like, okay, you being super nice to me, but like, what's your motive?
Yeah.
Like, but that comes along with red flags. You shouldn't, I would say, assume positive intent.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion about it. Unpopular opinion number 9. I prefer eating alone over eating with my spouse.
If you chew with your mouth open, I don't want to eat with you. But like overall, no, I don't really agree with that one.
I don't know. I think that's just weird. Like, if you prefer eating alone, I feel like you probably shouldn't be with somebody if that's the case. Like, why are you even in a relationship? Like, just be by yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
now, if you chew with your mouth open, we got to talk about it. But like overall, no, I don't agree with that one at all.
I don't know, but I also feel like food also brings out conversation.
Yeah.
If you're not a born type person, because some people just don't know how to like carry a conversation. So I can get with that. But if that's the case, like, don't be with them. Just be by yourself.
Yeah.
You eat by yourself all you want to.
Right.
Like, I don't get it. All right, so moving along. Unpopular opinion number 10. Receiving gifts as a love language is just well packaged greed. I don't know. I feel like that's a two-way street because I feel like there's some people who claim that this is actually their love language, but they probably trying to seek the benefits of actually getting gifts. But then you have some people who, I guess, they feel like you're investing in them by giving them a gift. So maybe that is their actual love language. I don't know. I feel like that's a 50-50 thing. Like, but I don't know anybody who receiving gifts is like they're out of like, if they had top 3 love languages, like that's like the top 2.
Yeah, I think
3, like, I don't know.
I think the last time I did the test for mine, it's like the lowest on mine. But you tend to show your love language in the same way that you receive it. So if your love language is words of affirmation, you give them and you want to receive them. So if you are the receiving gifts, that means you're also the gift giver as well. So if you're not returning it, then I think maybe it's just a greed.
True though. Like,
it's not 100, but like it tends to be that
accurate. Because like I get it. Like most people do tend to also divvy out the love language that they want to receive.
Yeah.
But I think this is more so about people like benefiting from receiving the
gifts.
That's
what I was saying. If you're not also returning it, then I think that's when it becomes that you just using it to receive and get people to give you what you want.
Yeah, possibly. I just don't know. That's just one of those love languages. Like, I haven't heard too many people say that like that's on the top of their list.
Yeah.
As far as receiving gifts, I've seen the gift giving, but I have never really seen like, I just want to receive gifts. Plus, I feel like if you're a grown adult, guess what? You should be buying what you want anyway. And yes, if a partner does want you like, or want to make you happy or wants to show appreciation for you, they buy you something, like, okay, be appreciative about it. But like, I wouldn't necessarily want to receive a gift as like feeling like affection for that. Like,
yeah, because then
like,
I feel like it's about the thing and not the person. Yeah.
But that concludes this video. If you guys have more unpopular opinions, you go ahead and drop those comments in the comment box below. Other than that, guys, like, comment, subscribe,
share,
hit that notification bell, and we'll see you
in the next one. New upload schedule: Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. So from now on, we got a schedule, y'all. Finally, we got it.
We caught up. Let's put it that way. All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye.